next piece of music, we wanted something in Dominion that was more active, more engaging. So we actually created a dynamic music system that the music changes as the game progresses. So as teams hit certain point thresholds, the music amps up and gets more and more intense. And then you actually heard it in this last game, the super close last game. We actually have a piece of music that only plays when the score is super close at the very end. So that's kind of the signal. This is an epic game, this is a huge game, and this is a game you're going to remember.
And coolly enough, like, people are going to be hearing that song a lot because a lot of these games are coming right down to the wire.
Yeah.
It's all kind of epic in Dominion, right?
Definitely.
And all of the environmental objects are moving and making their own sound that are going and kind of playing off the music that's being created. Like, how did you achieve that?
Well, the visual artists did a really amazing job bringing the Dominion map to life. And, you know, they have all these moving things. We have ravens flying around. We have cranes moving back and forth. We have big drills. And so we really picked up the audio, and we made sure that all those little things that move around, they have audio attached to them. And that all kind of blends together in the music. So you're not going to really notice it in a really epic game of Dominion sometimes because the game is just so engaging. But if you scroll around the map before the game, you'll actually go over those ravens, and you'll actually hear them cawing, and you'll go over the drill, and you'll hear it turning, and you go to these big rock saws, and you'll hear all their motions. So yeah, it really helps bring the map to life, and it makes it the map almost becomes a character, which is nothing we've ever had in League of Legends before.
Sounds like you've just identified a Fiddlesticks hideout spot over by that boneyard, so I'm gonna stay clear of there. So one quick question before we throw it back over to freaking Rivington. Who's your favorite champion on the map for offense and defense?
Defense-wise, I'm a big Cho'Gath fan. Rupture, when you're standing on the point and you already have it captured, and you're knocking guys up in the air, you know, you're getting hit by tons of tower shots. Offense-wise, I'm a Kog'Maw and Ezreal guy.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the stream. We are here for one final game, and of course we will be back tomorrow. Subtract about 3 hours from what time it is now, that's when we're going live. So 3 hours ago tomorrow, be there. It'll be awesome, more games coming for you guys, and we are going to be doing a Damascus, specifically Commando versus Yordle game. I'm going to do that one theme match per day, so stay tuned tomorrow as well. Get to the forums. We're going to ask you guys what sort of theme match you want to see. We're going to close the day out with Commando versus Yordle, and the players are ready. So over to my right, the purple team, I believe, is the Commando team.
Bam!
And over to my left. Actually, sorry, one guy dropped out. I think he hit leave instead of start, I think was what happened there. But he's back in, and we are actually underway now. And so yeah, purple team over there on my right is going to be Commando. Blue team over these guys, the guys who won last time, and they're going to be Yordles.
The little Yordles.
And it's going to be quite interesting.
It's going to be a great game. I can't wait to see. The Yordles really, like, the Yordles have all these little like special abilities. You have, maybe if you choose Vhagar, he has a Event Horizon, which is an AoE stun that's like not even an ultimate. You get that whenever you want. Level 3 comes out right in the beginning of the game. You have people like a Mumu. He's not even a Yordle. He's just a tiny guy, but you can use him. Okay, so he's a Yordle. He's a dead Yordle. And he can bandage toss. That's very nice to be able to do out of the middle of the town and just go in, stop capture points. A huge AoE ultimate to shut down a capture point right away. So a lot of the cool abilities that the Yordles can bring in. And obviously just a lot of brute force from the Commando team. As we know, the Demacians coming out with a giant army. We're going to have Garen, we're going to have Jarvan, we're going to have Lux, good sustainability, we got a little bit of support there. So it's going to be a really good matchup.
Yeah, it will be. I'm excited to see what's going on. We're down to the last 6 seconds of Champion Select. The players have all locked in their guys, and we're going to see them up pretty shortly, and we're going to start kicking in our spectator delay. Again, we're 10 seconds behind as an anti-ghosting mechanism. You guys, of course, would love to cheat. I know it. That's okay. So, yeah, we do have Tristana, Vhagar, Teemo, Poppy, Amumu versus, of course, Galio, Sinjao, Jarvan, Lux, and Garen. So, Commandos versus Yordles, and we are now going to hit the load screen, and you can see that all for yourselves. And it is going to be go time.
Awesome skins.
Awesome skins.
So good to see. Baron von
Vhagar. Oh, man. It's pretty good.
I'm not going to lie, Lollipop kind of scares me. It's just like one of those like porcelain doll things, or it's creeping me out, man. This is creeping me out.
Psychological warfare, says Nika. Fair enough. Yeah, this should be pretty interesting. The air, of course, they do start at level 3. We do a couple new items as well. We haven't pointed them all out yet, so one of them that I'm highlighting right now is Prospector's Blade, plus damage, plus lifesteal. Basically, because the game is faster paced, because items are more at a premium, and you want to start out big, we added basically double Dorans. Basically, Prospectors is basically 2x Doran's Blade, and to prevent that stacking situation, the health part does not stack with itself, so you could probably spam Prospector's Blades and get damage and lifesteal, and that probably is going to be okay, because they're pretty gold efficient to do so, but the plus health, you can only get it once per once at all, you can't like get Prospector's Blade plus like Prospector's Ring. You just
Right.
get one, and then you get 200 health, and you're good. But of course, you can stack the sets if you really want.
Indeed. And what's the what was the other one? Did we have buy? What's the elixir? What's the oracle that they threw in?
Oh yeah, so instead of the regular Oracle
Right.
Elixir, 400 gold, toss out when you die, there's a much cheaper version that has a timer. I think it's only 250 gold though instead.
Okay.
But it has a timer. It's basically otherwise the same item. Just it's tweaked to fit this play style a little bit.
Okay.
Make it a little bit
Cool.
more awesome.
I know that's one of the things I never used, but I definitely saw it when I was in the buy menu in the beginning. Like, boots pots, boots this, I have 1,300, not 475, I feel rich. And here we are out into the battle. The bridge has completed, and you can see the graphics. Even the walkway is alive in the beginning, giving a little bit of speed to the teams to get off of that. And we are going to see, as going right by, Lux will be the first one on the drill. Team on the refinery, 2 go bottom. That's going to be an Amumu and a Zin, so that could be a pretty good lane to fight and just kind of duke it out for a second down there as we have a 2 on 2 up top. No, 3 on 2 up top as we begin the fight, 3v3 as Jarvan enters the battle.
They get early damage coming off onto pretty much everyone. They've actually split their focus pretty hard. Veigar will land a bunch of damage on Galio. Galio actually getting quite low. Now Tristana is on top of that, and that will be a kill pretty soon. The bulwark is strong. The first blood does go to Garen, but they traded 1 for 1 now, and now Lux taking a lot of pain. That will be a pickup right there. Yorlo's doing a pretty good job this fight, and now it's Garen in the front, and Garen's taking quite a bit of pain, but he's still getting pushed around. Good stuff by Poppy. I don't know if they're going to kill him in time. Team putting out some good damage. They will pick that one up. They've now got a 2v1 up here.
Yeah.
Looks like they've actually picked up quite a good number of kills, and now Jarvan getting pushed around. Good job by these guys. And they're starting to capture this top point, so good job overall.
Teemo Blind really coming up big for that fight. Most of each one of them, except for Galio, is AD attack, and they're going to be whiffing shots when they're blind. So that was really good for Teemo to be into that fight. Tristana putting out the damage as well, and Veigar just kind of poking around to do some damage.
Get up that kill on
Yep.
down the bottom of the map, but now fighting Lux, and Lux should be doing pretty well against this one.
That was pretty long. I think that's like the end of their laning down there from that whole fight top too as well. So they were going at it for a while.
Looks like Teemo and Galio are going to make themselves back up here. Galio going to take this top point right there, starting to do the channeling that Teemo has shown up. Going to blind him, do some damage right here. The turret, of course, back active. But yeah, nice job by Amumu plus minions that promote actually making that push happen. And they will take this one, and they're onto a 4 cap and the stun. Going to pick up that kill onto Lux, supported by Veigar. This is a pretty good advantage to start out.
Indeed, they are 4-1 right now. It's not good for the purple team as they tick down quite hard onto their Nexus, taking quite a bit of damage. They are able to hold this top point. They do have 2 there. Galio just trying to throw some pokes in there with his abilities. The bottom being kind of contested here by Xin Zhao, but Veigar and Amumu able to do what they can. Stop that. And a huge amount of points now coming in favor of the blue team as they just sit at 490, and it is 418 for the enemy team. A pretty big deficit so far, quite early in the match.
Indeed, it looks like at the bottom of the map still, they've kept it to 4-2. The Summoner Garrison does go off. Here comes some pressure into everyone. Amumu taking a lot of damage. Jarvan going to pop that over. Amumu doing the same thing. They're all just sort of stuck in place during that battle. Amumu getting lower and lower. They'll pick up that kill. Promote going off again from blue team. That's going to actually start pushing around on these guys, doing a lot of damage here actually. And that's going to keep their point probably healthy. More damage coming up on Jarvan, and Veigar actually staying alive so far, but here comes Garen to aid him in that, and that's going to be pretty painful actually. Looks like Veigar will in fact fall. But looking at keeping the top middle point, that windmill staying alive. Blue team is recaptured that wasn't neutralized before, and even at worst, they're still 3-2. So they're up pretty heavily, 478 and 368.
Yep, that bottom point captured, as you said, by Jarvan. He got a little help from minions there. Xin Zhao will continue to follow him, and they're going to try to push that bottom half of the circle, if you will. I can't really call it a lane, but they are in the lane. They just completely goes around the map of the outside of the town. And here we go. We have a little bit of initiation here from Jarvan onto Tristana. They both hit the speed trine. Xin Zhao looking for the audacious charge, but she turns back in the bush juke. Very nice job by Sam Doan there. It looks like they have lost Refinery on a bit of a backdoor split. Like we said before, you do not have to consecutively capture the points. You can do as Galio did. You can go straight for the heart of the team and capture one right by their base, if you wish.
Yeah, that's 3v1 on the capture point. The turret's doing good damage, but it looks like he will fall, but they will still get that kill onto Veigar. And 2 vs 0 is a pretty much free capture, so good job there. Looks like Amumu not doing a great job against Galio, doing a little bit of damage, but not really pushing him around. Top middle, of course, still theirs, and wow, yeah. The Demacians now, the Commandos, have taken 4-1. Only the Windmill survives, and so, okay, well, you need to take that point. And then the Yordles, and that is a quest point, of course. The quest has shown up, and of course, when you only have 1 point, it's probably going to be the quest.
Yeah.
And top right is actually going to be the point that is required. these guys to take.
Yeah, very much so. That 5-minute point crossed on the map, the quests were given out, and it is really for top to be defended. We actually saw Miku was here a lot last game, and it really helped out the team. We'll have to see if they keep somebody top, especially as it has that quest point on it, and that will be points that will really hurt them if they lose that point. And Jarvan is only moments away from doing that by himself right now. So we're going to have to see. They are trying to grab that back that refinery, if you will. And he is going to be going top now. Let's see if he can grab this. It is ticking down. He will be able to neutralize the point. He does have 2 others coming on. So much focus just for the refinery, they lose them this point, and that's really something you have to take into consideration when the quests are up on the map. Great jump in, yeah.
Yeah, she's going for it. He's trying to get down onto Jarvan. Jarvan, it looks like he's going to shield himself, but will in fact fall down, and Amu has made his way over as well. People getting exhausted, but I think they're going to be okay against this Garen. Garen's not doing quite enough damage. The ult goes off. Xin Zhao, though, still extremely low. Veigar trying to stay alive, but looks like Xin Zhao will fall first. They've gotten all the kills there, basically. Garen and Lux are alive. Actually, Garen's still spinning around, taking a lot of damage, like he will fall, and the Yordle should be okay, just barely. It was neutralized, but now they're going to get the capture, and they're going to bring themselves back up 3-2. The score was close, 371 to 335, but they're back in the lead again. That was a near bad thing.
Yeah, they really risked that there, taking so much time at the refinery with 3 to 4 people the whole time and not even sending one towards the top. As I was just mentioning, Nico was there the whole game, and it was really advantageous for him, and they just realized they had 3 on it in an instant when it became their quest, so they really need to be careful about the positioning on the map, especially when you can't see the other team, because they could be, like Galio just did, took refinery, and that really sent them for a whirl as they almost lost the quest. Great job taking down Lux on that jump from Tristana doing the rocket, and it looks like they will contest this top point again. 3v1, the ultimate comes out from Amumu, and he's able to shut him down there for a second. A lot of damage coming out of the garrison onto the capture point, and this may be enough time for the rest of his team to get up here. Charlie doing a very good job of just crying on everyone and stopping them from capture.
Yeah, pretty good stuff right there. Looks like the Commandos, though, still trying to push as hard as they can. They do have a nice minion wave coming up with that. They do have the minion advantage. Amumu, good stun from Veigar. Are they going to get the rest of his damage output? Looks like the Dark Man is going to fall, not doing quite enough. He's still hitting poison. And yes, Timo will pick up that kill. And they're going to keep pushing on. This looks actually really strong for the Yordles right now. They're actually going to start shoving down the Boneyard. And Jarvan's getting really low, actually. So this is looking a little bit sad thing for these guys. Doing some good damage, getting lower and lower and lower. They will not quick at this one, though. It looks like, wow, Poppy will pick up one, but Tristana falls immediately afterwards. And now Xin Zhao versus Poppy. We're going to see how that one goes. It's been neutralized, and Poppy is going to have to run. So good job by Xin Zhao.
Yeah, he did a really good job there. He's going to be able to shut this one down, bam, and bring it back into his favor. They almost had that in the blue. It had about 10% on it. He wasn't too worried. Galio, very low on health, is actually going to go for a capture point, and this really assists your team. You know, it shuts that down and starts to bring it into your favor. Going for the ulti, will he have enough to kill Veigar? Veigar going for the event horizon, stuns him down. Dark Matter should take out Galio, but a very nice shield by Lux saves Galio and keeps him alive, and it looks like they may be able to finally take this point. The quest is up for grabs, and they really want this. The purple team is absolutely hungry. They really need to get this chunk of Nexus health back. Not in their favor, but it's going to do damage to the blue team, so in their favor in general, and they will be gaining that soon if they can just get this last 25% of the capture point. Timo just sitting there, spitting darts left and right. The east and the west side of this point are just covered by Amumu and Timo. Nobody can capture from either side. Garen should be going for the capture, not the attack, but no, Amumu will get the chance to get on to everybody. Jarvan coming in for the quick capture. Will they be able to finish it? Amumu's such a great defensive guy that he can just walk around and keep stopping you from capturing the point.
True, and he's still just not quite dying. There's Tristana. That's going to help them a lot, jumping on to Jarvan right now. Jarvan not going to be able to capture one at all. Finally holding on for the reinforcements. Can you believe that? Amumu holding it for like a minute straight. And they're going to keep this point for themselves just barely. Xin Zhao still defending at the bottom of the map, doing a pretty good job with all of that. His neutral buff has just ended. He took that Greater Relic a little while ago, and that is gone now. And he's going to start pushing bottom against Timo. Timo's actually pretty good counter to Xin Zhao. He's all auto attacks, and that blind should be really impactful. We'll see if that plays out well or not. Looks like they're going to push him back. They have 3 people down here, and they have picked up Lux at the top, so yeah, Yordle's doing a really good job with their fight so far. They've still held this up to 3-2, and they're now up 120 Nexus health despite very nearly losing pretty vital quests.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they can do. Like you said, still around there, but still a long way to go. And it looks like top, again, being contested here. We'll see what he can do. Sam going for the jump in, and he just misses. Nice dodge by Garen. Kind of just walked right under that rocket jump. And Galio's going to be on the other side, but Poppy again to come, just doing a very good job at playing like a zone man-to-man defense, man-to-man defense, I should say, zone, is two separate things. But always being there 1-for-1, having a guy to defend, having offense, having defense. Poppy doing a very good job of coming up on Galio, and now they have him on the run. But here comes Lux as well, firing out pew-pews, and the laser is just missing, but hitting a Mumu. And we will see if they can take down Galio finally. It's not a good position for Lux. She's going to miss out of that one. 3-2 as the blue team starts to tick, or continues, I should say, to tick down onto the purple team's Nexus. The Drill and the Boneyard still in possession of the purple team.
Oh,
but looks like Timo is going for the back door.
Yeah, he's going to get that. He's going to get jumped on, though, by the Demacian duo of Sinjao and Garen. He's a little bit tanky, actually, but looks like he will, in fact, fall right now. Goes ahead and drops down on it. He's going to regain that. Randall's going to be safe here. Looks like Minions doing a great job against Lux. They're going to get the first point. They're going to get it neutralized at the very least. Minions will not do quite enough yet, but actually, no, that promoted Minion still doing great work. But, you know, Galio's been channeling the entire time, and Galio did, in fact, stop that. They picked up Lux. Galio now only doing some pretty good damage, but still getting pushed around. Of course, he has so much magic resist right now that really Vagar and Vagar are doing too much to him, but he's going up, and now the Demacians at top lane, definitely in the advantage, have picked up all the kills there, and they're going to channel and finally get themselves this quest.
Wow, that took them quite a while. They valiant effort every time they fought it, but they definitely deserve it. They were hungry for it, and they finally came out with that on top. The windmill is now in their favor, and we said before, it's a very great position to have for your team. You can set up a lot of defense and offense from here. As the other team now wants that position just as much as you did, and for that to be a quest point, you know, it puts the icing on the cake for them for that one.
Yeah, a lot of pressure was worth putting there, and they've regained their bottom right point that was neutralized a while ago. They finally recaptured that one now, and yeah, you know, blue team's a little bit behind now. I mean, you know, overall, of course, you know, they've got another 160 something Nexus helmets. Right. That's huge. But they've got the Mark of the Conqueror. They've got, you know, the advantage and the momentum from kills and capture points. You know, good neutralize there from Timo, who's doing a really, really good job. Does, in fact, have Priscilla, so he's really going for that ninja cap style. He's doing a very good job pushing on Garen as well. The bottom lane, that's a really, really big one. Lots of parts going off. I see tons of depth back and forth. Looks like Galio will, in fact, fall. Lux staying alive, but Jarvan about to fall down to a Mumu. It's going to get pretty low. He's actually really, really tanky. He's got, wow, Riley's and Randy, but he picks that one up pretty securely. Good job there. And, you know, let's think about this Demacian team. You can pretty much armor stack and defeat the main damage dealers.
That was big for Timo. Top grabbing that from Garen. Just low poly count knew there. He could capture, and then Garen walked away 5 steps, and low poly count would only get another 5% on it. But he did it 4 times in a row. That's 20% on that capture point. So every time you do that, Garen's forced to come back to you and lose more health, especially with the blind. It's just a really good combination of being able to defend. So great job by low poly count top, taking and defending that position. And we are going to see the Boneyard being taken over again. The 3-2 as the blue team just really like 1-for-1 on the positions, as I said before, always taking one and they lose one, and it's not really helping out purple team at all. They need to stop the bleeding right now at 100 points and start to take down on blue.
Yep, they're now down below 100 points. Noodle's doing an amazing job so far. Vagar trying to push it out. Did a pretty good job of that, actually. When the Jarvan shows up. So some good play there. Still trying to run away is a Mumu, and I don't know if he's going to be able to. He's not right now. Yeah, that's just a little bit of pain. But he might kill Sinjao. He's going to try to go for it. He's still getting him with the slow from Rileys and his despair. Just going and going and going. And Energizer Buddy style going to pick that one up. And good job there on a Mumu. But Lux the entire time was channeling, and that is really smart. So that was not quite getting picked up. But Jarvan's going to lend his aid if he can. Lux should have baited him around. Oh, good knockup. No. They need to fight away from each other so they can take the capture. That was a mistake to go into that fight. You should have captured instead. Lux could have binded him and walked away and made that work. But the minions will make that happen. So it is 3-2 right now. The Garens, the Randos, got themselves a small favor, but it got taken back.
Indeed, they are able to get back the query. It was a good fight there as they came in. Like you said, that was good to point out that, you know, you can just grab the point and allow a teammate to fight or set up defense, and the teammate's fighting on the opposite end of the point, so they can't get decaptured, if you will. They won't stop capturing or break their chain of capture. So we'll see if they're going for the Boneyard now. It seems like they have a few members down bottom and enough to fight. Garen's going to say, I'm here too, don't worry about it, spin to win, let's do this. As Jarvan and Xin Zhao, that's a really tanky team to fight against right there. Tristana's going to start off the fight though, and they're going to initiate on her, getting popped up by the standard. No, Jarvan hasn't even gone in on it yet. They are just going to be able to take her out right away. Garen coming out of that with about less than 100 health. And right now going for a 4th cap top. Galio just missing the refinery as a Mumu coming out. Very strong on defensive captures. Just that ability for Despair is awesome.
Yeah, he's going Stone Cape as well. That'll help him quite a bit. I think it's just go ahead and set down like his spell back.
Just heal it all back.
Yeah, just
cry it all back.
Just try it out, make it happy, make it feel better in the end. I think that'll work.
Give it a good try.
Yeah, you know, I see it. Let's taking a lot of damage though. She's still getting pushed around. It's not really built for ability, but again, Priscilla's buff is picked up for Lux, so I see a lot of people going for this capture situation. Good pick up there. Everybody pick that one up. A good Event Horizon from Veigar keeps taking place, but really, realistically, 260 MR Galio or 318 MR Galio, not going to die to 2 damage dealers. Not really going to be happening all that much. There's an ult right there, but I'm not in range of the capture point. That won't be a whole lot. Jarvan actually made his way down. It's going to be a 4 cap to keep alive for a little bit longer. Actually, Galio's really not taking any damage, so yeah, that's going to be the case. Jarvan making that 4 cap happen. It's going to really bring it back to their favor. 229 to 80, and they need another 160 points before it's even close.
Yeah, both of those Yordles being forced away. We just saw Veigar and Amumu get pushed out. They have about 100 health and being quite squishy. They need to get out of that fight. Top is still in favor of the red. Actually, no, blue has neutralized that point, or was neutralized during that fight by some minions. And we are going to see the purple team try and cap that back here as they now have 2 up top. Also, the quarry has just been taken, so this will be the 4 cap. Once again, if they can grab it, they have 3-1 right now, which is already a really good amount of points. And there's the situation that really plays out. One captures from the right, somebody else is doing the attack.
Yep. And again, they've actually secured that top middle point. It's still 4-1, but the Yordles have successfully won a fight over at the bottom left at this core, so they'll bring it back to 3-2. But they're only 100 health ahead right now, so that's getting pretty scary pretty soon.
Yeah, that ticks down quite quickly. And if you think about it, you know, you may get to a point, but the entire time you're trying to recapture that point for the 8-10 seconds, maybe even a minute, as we saw Mumu fighting for a minute at a point, you know, they're still gaining points. You may be, you know, complimenting what your team is doing, but you're still losing that much. So you got to do it instantly. You got to get those capture items that increase the amount you capture by 15%. Very, very advantageous for your team, especially if everybody were to get them. You could do a lot more, spread yourself out thin and go for the 1 caps.
Yep, and there we go, Jarvan jumping on, is doing a ton of damage right now. That is actually really painful for Jarvan, because there comes Tristana. That's going to be a quick kill picked up there. Yordles winning a lot of these team fights. They're still down 2-3 on captures. They're only up 70 excess health, but they were poised to push Boneyard. They just stopped doing so. Galio going for the ninja over on the left-hand side will get stopped by Teemo. Be okay barely, but just that's really wow, pushing him all the way over the wall, actually getting him way out there. Just on a jump again, nice slow, has been picked up. He's going for it now. Tosses out the healing reduction, but if he can go for that pain, he's been exhausted. He's going to go for the auto attack now, doing pretty good with that.
Wow, good on him,
yeah. This could be a dead
I don't know if he
Galio.
wanted to take that much damage. He was trying to do it and get the ulti down inside of the turret, and he did. Tristana, however, getting a little bit of HP steal back, I believe. Let's see what she
Lightbringer.
Yep, she does. So that's good for her. She will be able to sustain herself in lane. We're going to see Jarvan throw up a standard in there. Try to shut down that capture as Veigar's forced to move around. Here they are back into the fight. Event Horizon goes down. Can't spin to win through it. Garen gets stopped. And Jarvan tries to make his way out as throwing a standard back in to help Garen a little bit, buff him up quite a bit for this fight. And he is going to be able to take down one. Tristana just trying to get a little bit of a micro attack going down. Shoot, stab, shoot, stab, shoot, stab. It's kind of helping her. She's able to dodge some of the damage from Garen's attack. But overall, she may go down in this fight if Jarvan can get there. A little bit of a Sunfire Cape and some damage. And there it is. The bottom right point is being contested at this point on the Boneyard. And it's quite a fight between Nika. We got a Poppy. We got a Mumu and a Teemo versus Poppy, and valiant attempt there, able to take down one, or Xin Zhao trying to take down one, but was not able to get a Mumu.
Yeah, that's really, really strong for these guys. They're up 3-2 now. The middle, well, the windmill was taken, but here comes another push coming in. Nope, Veigar shows up. He's going to play defense right here. And if they can hold 3-2 for another minute and a half, they'll win this game. They're fine. They're putting out the damage if they can. Looks like Jarvan and Galio really going for it now. He's taking a fair amount of damage right here. This is a little bit scary. This Veigar trying to stay in good shape. Galio getting pushed around. Okay. The Commandos are coming back there. This looks like a pretty dead Teemo. They need to get this kill. They will do so, and now it's going to capture the point back. Oh, the Mushroom actually stops 2 of them, though. Great Mushroom there by Teemo will stop 2 of those captures, but they're back for it now. It's been neutralized to 123 to 60. Still incredibly close game.
There it is, channeled in, 3-2. Galio and Veigar duking it out up top with a little bit of help from Remover.
Yep, Galio just pushing around and Veigar. And now Poppy, 3 versus 1 at the top point. That's going to be really, really strong. They're going to do a lot here, but he's going to keep that bulwark on himself, going to keep that point alive. The turret's going to do a lot of damage for him. Garen coming in to help now. Good ult from Galio. There we go. Looks like Poppy charging into the tower. This could be a very, very dead Poppy. A lot of damage comes out from Veigar, but it does not kill Garen. And the Commandos will, in fact, keep that point alive. And moving backdoor capping at the top right. Of course, a very tanky dude, but he will get that. No, he won't! He's got no health left. It's been stopped there by Jarvan. And now, wow, damage output, damage output. Persona says, hello, I'm a DPS champion. You're going to go ahead and die real quick. And in fact, causes that to happen. One more right click. Can he get it in time? Nope. Been canceled again. Good job by Jarvan. Good reflexes. And, but Teemo, though, going to get the boneyard.
Yeah, it looks like he may cap this. He does have a bit of speed there. Looking at Teemo's items, and there it is. Yes, he does have Priscilla's Blessing, 15% capture rate, and we saw it. It was quite fast when he did that. Xin Zhao throwing down the Garrison. He's going to do a lot more damage to Teemo and take less damage if the capture is trying to happen. And we are going to have a hit there on Teemo. He goes down, and he may go down to minions here. He's taking quite a bit of damage. Oh, caster minions OP, holding down the point. Xin Zhao goes down.
Apparently today, blue caster minions were OP. Yesterday it was purple. Purple got like 2 to 3 kills and captures yesterday. Now today, blue minions are like dominating each and every game. And yeah, that's a little bit of painfulness right there. Tristana fighting against 2, actually doing a good job at poking around, but gets knocked up, and there's the elusive singularity. And I don't know, oh, I think he grabbed the health try just in time, but gets dropped down by Jarvan just the same. He tried to go for it. Commandos, you know, 31-99, but they're going to get a 3rd capture, and they're going to start taking it down.
Oh, wow, 3-1.
And a neutralize on the left-hand side with 3-1, you're right.
That's really big. That neutralized point, as I said before, it's in, you know, it's in, can't think about it. In limbo, thank you. Limbo between, you know, no points for anybody.
How low can you go?
How low?
How low can you go? Yeah. All right.
And Boneyard still up. We get Drill and Windmill. It looks like we got Refinery and Quarry going in favor of blue, but that's not going to be enough right now. 50 points stand in between these teams right now. 22 minutes, 30 seconds into this game. There's not been a stop in the action once yet. At 30-second spawn right now at level 18. Everybody is pretty much almost at max build, just trying to mitigate everything they can. The fight goes on. He dodges through the event horizon and almost takes down Veigar. Great job by Mark on Xin Zhao, pushing into the point. He wants this attack. It looks like he may be able to make it out in time here with a little bit of help from his teammates. Everybody is like below 100 HP fighting for that right now. And it looks like Garen will be the last commando to go down. Commandos fight to the death.
The Commandos do fight for the death.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering, people are getting about 10 to 12,000 gold at this point in the game. So if you're like, hey, I want to plan out my build for Dominion, you know, you've seen the games, you've seen what's going on, you've seen the kind of guys that are fighting, start planning out your build.
Right.
You won't get there immediately, right? But like when you get like the really tense to 50 to 30 points, think about what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're not going to necessarily have, you know, 8 Infinity Engines. It's a little bit too rich for your blood. But, you know, figure out, you know, where are the holes, what stats do I want? You can start building towards that role and that goal. And I think that's actually, you know, there's a little insight for you guys. When you're ready for Dominion, start theorycrafting some builds. So that you come out there and you got a couple ideas what you're going to do. And so those of you who watch the stream will have, you know, better build ideas, and that'll teach you guys to not watch these.
Not.
Yeah, double negative is really good for casting, by the way.
Galio going up for the ulti. Top being contested as Boneyard is being contested as well. Looks like the direction is to both areas, and it looks like top will stay up. Boneyard has actually been neutralized, so there's definitely an advantage there. The point's not going in either direction. Freak 38 to 31.
Oh man,
as is what it comes down to.
Wow. Oh, Garen's gonna fall. Looks like the Yordles have taken over the top point. He's rocking jumps for no reason. And they're going to take this point for themselves. It's going to be, you know, it was 2-2. Now it's, yeah, there it goes. It's a 2-2. It was down for the blue team, but they're going to take this one back for themselves now. 35 to 30. Demacia needs to make a move, and they have actually. They've actually pushed down. Teemo. Teemo, can you do it by yourself? Teemo, it's all on you. Teemo, can you do it? Teemo.
Oh no.
You got, man. You got, man. He's been neutralized. You no longer have the point advantage. Don't die, bro. Don't die. No, Teemo, no. No, don't do it. You're face checking Demacia. No. Oh gosh. It's like there's rush right there. You did it anyway. That's been a capture right there, but the Yordles moving on pretty well, but 2 Demacians have shown up here. 25-25, it's a neutralized point either way, so it's still equal. And oh, the Yordles actually outnumbering Galio now 2-1. They're doing a lot of damage, but of course he's very, very tanky. And the Demacians still pushing around. The Commandos doing good things. Xin Zhao coming around from the side. Oh, he's actually getting quite low. Amumu though, just being an Amumu.
Not taking,
just
neither of them are taking any damage.
Health tribe picked up. Oh yes.
Denying the resources from Faye Mata. Faye, however, just kind of swimming in the river of Amumu right now, not really worried about any of that situation, but can't capture the point. And here we go, advantage toss in again, and it looks like C. Rosales may finally start to take some damage as he can't figure out how to give any to...
tanks fighting tanks.
My lord.
Is, tanks fighting tanks. That's all I can say.
Oh, wow.
But
Top
Teemo
point,
captured.
uncontested.
They're about to take this one. It's 3-1 right now.
Oh,
And
wow, they
down.
did. That's a big lead to have those
Oh,
2
they got him,
points.
though. They can get this one back. They can get 3-2. 12 health left. No one's top. No one's fighting top. No one's fighting top. Jarvan. He's going to get stopped by Tristana. 8 health left on the Nexus. They're trying to go for it. Tristana fighting Jarvan. Tristana's going to win against Jarvan. 5 health left. Looks like it's going to be a pretty big win for the Yordles. 2 health left on the Nexus. Lux getting crushed in the face.
Wow.
Will fall. That's going to be GG. 4-2 blue team. Taking the victory.
Victory.
Nick, I ate it positive. Wow. Wow. Epic. Epic. 11-7. Yep. Ending positive.
I told you, man, the Yordles have all the little sweet special abilities.
Yeah, it worked out. Oh, man. And the poor losing team, they look so sad and dejected. The crying faces on all of them. Poor guys. Me, I'm just happy because we're casting.
Damasio needs to bring it back to the drawing board.
Maybe. I think they should sharpen up their skins a little bit.
Yep.
Darken the sunglasses. Maybe
Yeah.
they should get a hat to go with the sunglasses. Maybe they'd be more powerful that way.
Yeah.
I think that may be powerful. So, anyways, guys, thank you. This has been a lot of fun. Let's look at the game real quick, though. 1,700 points for that Amumu, the unkillable Amumu, just blocking points all day. Good fighters there. Jarvan top scoring for his team. 10 captures, 6 nullifications, neutralizations rather. Definitely, top cap was a big deal. Amumu playing pure defense was a big deal. But overall, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back in 21 hours. We will have another 3 hours for you guys tomorrow. More games in Dominion. You can't miss it. Thanks for tuning in.
See you later.